Hello. It is not June. I said I was going to wait till June, right? Do it at the end of the year. But I felt compelled to do this now. Okay, today's May 3rd. It's a Sunday. Here I am. Um, and I realized, last time I was on spring break, I was feeling myself. I was like, everything's going to be awesome in the fourth quarter. If I wait till June, I'm going to be all, oh, graduation and the end of the year and, all the so it was so much fun. But I need to, these are the in-between times right now that I'm living, and they are rough. And so I felt compelled to document this, um, because otherwise it was going to seem like that's such a great year. Like, oh my gosh, look, I did it in January, I was feeling good. I did in March, I was feeling good. I did it in June, I was feeling good. Those are months when I feel good. April and May are the months when I feel bad. So I need to, I, I realized the flaw in the plan was that it wasn't going to be an accurate reflection of how I was feeling if I skipped this time of year because, oh my gosh. And like, it's probably one of those things where I'm just not remembering it clearly because, well, I remember last year. And last year around this time is when I was like crying all the time. Um, but I feel like this year right now is even worse than last year. I don't know. I feel like this is the most, I can't put a finger on what it is, but I'm just feeling like crazy overwhelmed right now. I mean, I a little bit know what it is. I have a lot of decision fatigue right now because I don't know. Now, this I don't know why, but I do know that, like, quantitatively, I am being asked more questions or like my opinions about things more this year than in previous years. Just like stuff about, I don't know, procedures and like ideas and schedules. And I appreciate that people want to like I don't know, get my opinion on things. That makes me feel like, oh, that's so nice. Like they care what I think. And also like I am just like to the point where I can't, I'm all decisioned out. I'm all decisioned out. I just want someone to tell me what to do. I think that sometimes I miss college. Like I just, it's part of why like, I love being in meetings. It's more I get to like slip back into that student role meetings that I'm not facilitating. Because sometimes I just want to be like told what to do and I'll do it. I don't know. That's very type. You tell me what the schedule is and I will make it work. I don't want to make the schedule. I don't want to make it. Don't ask me. But it's like a lot of times I do. Like if I'm in the, at the beginning of the year when I'm feeling like motivated, in August when I'm excited, I'll be like, yeah, like let me help you. Like, we can put our brains together and figure this out. But May, nope, nope. I am trying to survive. I am once again stressed out about the field trip, which I was like, I thought we did everything right. We did everything earlier. I thought we did everything earlier, but now it's May 3rd. The field trip's in 12 days, and I still haven't gotten the email with the tickets in it confirming that they received our like check in the mail. So I'm like stressed out. Like, what if the check got lost in the mail? I literally don't know what to do. I'm like a year ago, like at this point, when we were 12 days out, I had the tickets and had already started like making the groups. I haven't done any of that. I haven't done any of it. So I'm like, so I'm stressed out about the field trip again. And then like just there's just a lot happening. Like we're trying new things and I want to, like I have these good ideas that I want to implement, but it's just like so much work on the front end. And I know I'm going to be glad, oh, that I did it. But right now, I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you like trying to do new stuff and like try new things? And so, yeah, it's just a lot right now. So there's that. Also, the behaviors in my class have like crazy ramped up over the last couple of weeks. I think I said in the March video that I was like, I'd had to like talk to parents. It didn't really get better. Um, So yeah, I'm having to do a lot of like pausing instruction so we can talk about like how the choices we're making are affecting our classmates' ability to learn. I had all the kids like write a letter anonymously to their classmates being like, I wish my classmates knew blah blah blah, or I gave them some prompts. It's hard for me to learn when blah blah blah. So then I read them to the class like anonymously, but I'm like, oh, it's hard for me to learn when you're like screaming in the middle of the lesson, or it's hard for me to learn when you're talking when I'm trying to listen, or when I'm trying to focus on doing something and you're calling my name from across the room. So I'm like reading these out to be like, see what your classmates are saying. Like, we all have some collective responsibility here to not do these things. But I don't feel like it fell on the ears that really needed to hear it. So yeah, that's been hard. I definitely cried in the middle of class last week. Well, I called for help and I did make it to the bathroom before I started actually crying. So that was a win, I guess. And then when I came back, it was like that scene on The Office where Gabe is like, I'm just gonna sit in here for a minute because I don't want anyone to know that I've been crying. And then he walks out. He's very clearly been crying. I was like, I know this is what I look like, but I can't, I do have to go back to class. Um, so the kids didn't say anything, but they were probably like, what's going on with her? But it was just that it had just been a lot. Like I had just left a meeting where everybody was, not everybody, but people were asking my opinions on things, and I had like reached my limit of decision making. So I was like already stressed out. Then I come back in from that meeting to just like an absolute chaos machine. Kids were crying, they've been calling each other names, throwing stuff on the floor. And so I was like trying to pick up the pieces of that. And then it was like, and then something else happened. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I had to take a break. So, all that is to say, future Megan, right? I do this for you. When you look back at this month is really, 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 really hard. Okay. And I don't know that there is a way out of it. It's just like May is when everything is happening. Everything's wrapping up. You're feeling the pressure of like the test. The kids are feeling it too, but also like the excitement of almost being done with middle school, or almost being done with elementary school, but then there's feelings about like going to middle school. It's like this bittersweet. So the kids are starting to ramp up, and just the pressure, the decisions, everything's happening, and all the plans, lots of planning, because there's the field trip and the graduation and the all the end of year stuff. It's okay. Okay. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. It's not all bad, right? Both my teams swept round one of the playoffs. So there's that. But I'm not gonna brag too much because um, you know, some we might embarrass ourselves and then I'll be ashamed to look back on this. So I'm not gonna brag, but I'm just gonna say we're doing well. Trying to point it. There we go. Um, we also had our a May Day rally on Friday. It was a teacher work day. It wasn't supposed to be, but thanks to organizing, our district did turn it into a teacher work day so that we could go down to the Capitol. And I did go. I had my sign. So Megan, remember your hilarious sign. Got a lot of love. Um, from people in the crowd. People like, oh my gosh, can I take your picture and text it to my sister or my coworker or whatever? It's like, absolutely. Little inside joke. Um, so that was great. That was like really inspiring for everybody to go. I meant actually on Friday, I meant to do this on Friday when we got back. So I was like, oh, I'll be like in the moment. And then I like just forgot. I was tired. We were there from about like we met here at school, me and a group of people left at 9. We got back 3:30, 4-ish, I don't know. And then I was like trying to do my regular Friday stuff, all my printing and all that stuff. And so I just forgot. But it was good. Um, yeah, so that was like inspiring to be around educators because it wasn't just I mean, all over thousands of teachers and community supporters and parents from all over the state came to the Capitol on Friday. So that felt good. That was like, I'm usually one to be like, oh, we missed school, like if it's snow, like catch me flipping out. But I needed Friday and I'm glad we did it. We missed a day of school, I was like at this point, babe, like take the rest of them. I can't. Like, can we just take the EOGs now and call it good? Because I've reached my limit. But so Friday was nice to be around all these people, be like, okay, yeah, this is why we're doing this, it was like kids over corporations was sort of the theme of Friday. So it's like for the children. It's for the children. Like my class is full of really good children who drive me really good and crazy, but they're really good. Like I do have a good class this year. And I know that's crazy because just said that I had to go cry, but that was just like one of those days. Every day is not that day. I have a lot of really good days. The day after that day was a really good day. Um, but those days do happen and you're fine, you're okay. Feel it, cry. It's one of those things I remember, well, I don't know if you know, but like for me, like if I'm feeling like getting worked up for me, I tell myself, like, okay, you just need to cry. It's one of those things where it's like if you feel nauseous, you just need to throw up and then you're going to feel better. That's what it is for me. If I'm getting all worked up, I'm like, okay, I just need to cry about it for a second and then I'll be fine. And it was one of those where I was like, I'm not going to be able to push that several hours until school's over. I just need to cry about it now so that I can do the rest of this day. So I did. I'm like, it's not often, but sometimes you just got to cry about it. I cried about it and we're fine. Um, yeah. So I wanted to do this check-in to remind myself if I go back to 1 year ago in May, like when my blog was kind of like wrapping up because this was towards the end of it. I don't even know if I made it to May, but like end of April. I was like crying. Then it was about that the kids weren't doing well on their tests. My class did I feel like pretty good about how we did on those like mock EOGs. Doesn't mean that I won't get my heart broken in a month, but I felt pretty good about that. So I was like, that's not what I'm crying about this year. Every year it's a fun little treat. We get a new thing to cry about. This year it's behavior and decision fatigue. And who knows what it'll be next year. So moving forward, I'm like, this is the time to check in. I'll still do it after the school year's over, but by then, like it's all gravy, Then we're feeling good. We're just clean and stuff and looking forward to like breathing for a couple of months. So I'm sure I'm only gonna have great stuff to say then, unless the field trip's a disaster, and then I'll complain about that. But I think that's also like the stress is building when I get that email that says your tickets are here. I'll be like, then I'll be able to breathe. I know the check didn't get lost in the mail. Like logically, I know this. I feel like it should be there. I feel like it should be there because it was sent like 10 days ago. So that's why I'm like, but logically, like, why would it get lost? Why would it get lost? Why? Right? Stuff doesn't usually probably get lost in the mail. But just once I have confirmation that it didn't get lost in the mail, then I'll be able to breathe. So if it did get lost in the mail and this all falls apart, maybe I'll do a separate check-in about that. But I can't, I just have to believe that everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Now I did come in here to get work done. So I am gonna do that and hope that everything is gonna work out. And in 1 month and 7 days, right? Yeah, June 10th is the last day of school. No, June 10th is the last day of school. So 1 month and 7 days. He'll help you over. And what's done is done. And then we'll be able to look ahead for next year and I'll be way more ready to like talk about schedules and ideas and new things. And right now, I just don't want anybody to ask me any more questions for the next 5.5 weeks. And then everything's gonna be fine. Okay. All right. Go Thunder, go Canes.